I need you to get out of here now, son. Get out of here now!
Welcome to my humble home.
We are aboard a huge starship called the Enterprise. This is the return of Captain Kirk.
An alien object of unbelievable destructive power is less than 3 days away from this planet.
Mr. Spock.
I offer my services as science officer.
Dr. McCoy. Scotty. And joining them on their mission, Commander Will Decker and Navigator.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by JEMS Art Studio. JEMS Art Studio is an online store that allows access to prints that you can use for most anything, obviously as just a picture, or as a wallpaper, or as a bookmark, or anything you can think of. You can find JEMS Art Studio at etsy.com/shop/JEMS Art Studio. This podcast is also brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to another Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. With me, as always, is Bob. How you doing, Bobo?
I'm doing okay. Jesus, okay. I think I literally just now, while you're doing the intro, read something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Give me 1 second, see if I can dig it up. I want to get it from a verified source before I... Although the source I saw there was pretty good. Yeah, fuck it, let's Google it.
Yeah, well, read what you thought you read, and we're still waiting to get some confirmation, though. But I can tell some news that did happen that has been confirmed, however.
Yes.
The passing of the actor William.
That's what I was just looking up.
Hurt.
Yeah, I had not heard about that.
Yes. No. Yeah, I heard about it yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That does. What movie that he's been in would you say first comes to mind for you?
Oh God, I was not ready. I did not realize he had passed. William Hurt.
For me, first of all, and I know he's been in so many, and a lot of people will probably think this is just a odd selection. Mm-hmm. A History of Violence.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. You see, my mind's going to like Big Chill or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, he was great in the Big Chill. Great in that. He's great in almost everything he's in.
History of Violence, I forgot about him. He was like the big villain, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh God, he was good in that.
Philly gangster.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the three big stars in that were him, Ed Harris, and Viggo Mortensen. Yeah. Like that's just right there's like sold. I don't care what it is.
Well, it also helps. It's got a great director whose name eludes me right now, but Jesus, that guy is good.
That is a great movie.
Oh yeah. David Cronenberg. Yeah, David Cronenberg.
Can
do almost anything. He's great. Anything.
Yeah. That explains like why it's kind of like noir and mystery at the same time.
Yeah. So yeah, I literally didn't know that until a second ago. I am going to like and retweet Albert Brooks here.
I think Albert Brooks is mostly trustworthy.
Yeah, no, I thought it was super trustworthy, but it's like, how have I not heard of this?
And I know that he was in The Big Chill.
Yeah.
With William Hurt.
It seems familiar. Yeah. No, the only reason I was suspect is not because I'm suspect of Albert Brooks, is because it's it could be a fake blue check mark, and it could just be some person pretending to be Albert Brooks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, a YouTuber, a wrestling guy who talks wrestling content on YouTube, he had to deal with that a few years ago. Someone was impersonating him on Twitter. Oof. And, like, kind of going through his actual, like, connections he's made in that business. Mm-hmm. And kind of ruining things, like tarnishing, saying like had a fake blue check mark, and then they're calling him personally, going, "Dude, why would you say that?"
Wow,
I didn't say that. What are you talking about? On Twitter? What? Somebody hacked my account. That's not mine. Yeah. And the account, I guess the fake Twitter account was up for a while, but I know it's been taken down now.
Well,
or at least I think it is last time I checked. But Twitter's, but
Twitter is a wild place, a very wild place.
It really is. It really is. Like I say, that and Reddit are really the final frontier of the internet.
I really should not even be on Twitter right now. Fortunately, I haven't gotten anything from Comicsgate recently, so yay!
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I mean, yeah. People are people.
Yes, they are. Well, God, what were we even on today? We got we got 4 middle episodes of Superman and Lois. There's actually a fair bit to talk about this week because these ones weren't all packed with filler, just the first one, and then they just kind of stuffed. They deceived us with one, making us feel like it's going to be a filler, but no, it was heavily have to do with the overall plot, and it seems to be somewhat resolved. Yeah, kind of. Yes. Having seen the season, I know there's more coming, but yeah. Well, there's a minor loose end right now, which makes it feel fairly resolved.
Yeah, fucking minor?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. Disagree, but okay.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand.
Yeah, well, maybe it's just like I'm a fan of enough of comics or superhero films and more, and I kind of know where some of these can go, and I'm not too happy with how things are settled.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, this doesn't sit right.
No, they're settled in very much a things can go really poorly very quickly type of way.
At any given moment.
Technically, everything's fine right now. It'll stay that way, we're sure.
All is well.
After that, we'll have a fair bit to say about that. But after that, we got King of the Zombies.
This is definitely one we could file under appreciating great trash.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this movie. I don't hate it. I don't.
The only defense I have for it, and I'm not standing by it in all the other way, I'm going like, this is just like a context of it. This film was made in 1941.
Oh yeah, we will get to it. There's definitely some problematic stuff in here, but it's weird. Like I don't want to say I like it, but there's an element in this movie I absolutely love. We'll get to it, but there's a great element in this movie. I don't want to say saves it, but makes it maybe kind of worth checking
redeeming.
Out. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wrap this up. We'll kind of do... I feel like right now we're on a path where we're going to go over all the Star Trek movies kind of whenever we have segment gaps. Which will be common because there's not... I guess we're coming up on a movie season, but we got a couple weeks where there's holes.
But Star Trek is like something that like Bob and I will talk a lot about, just kind of reference it just before we were recording and... casually and even sometimes jokingly back and forth on the internet. So we kind of just decided that why don't we just talk about the original movies?
Yeah, go through the original movies, and
just kind of go through, and we could have it just come as they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And, we could skip and if they get to the start, since they did announce the Star Trek 4 of that Kelvin series.
I think it's the 8th time they've announced that's happening. So.
I mean, I don't know.
I loved Beyond, so I do not hide my love of Beyond, but
it was all right. It was good. It was good. I don't know. I kind of want to call Simon Pegg out for being a hypocrite, though.
No, what did he do that was hypocritical?
The series Spaced that he was on, he was like a part of like, the writing team with that. Him and Edgar Wright, right? He did write the line, "Every third Star Trek film is shite."
Yeah.
I just want to call him out on that.
Well,
I don't know if him or Edgar,
right? Not every third.
Every odd numbered Star Trek film is shit. Yeah. So I mean, I just want to. Just let him acknowledge that either him or Edgar said those words.
So your suggestion that he should have half-assed it. Well,
I mean, if he was trying to like prove himself wrong, like, you know, retcon himself.
Yeah. Well, do you know?
I want an answer. No, just as a fan, I want an answer.
Well, do you want to know the theory that fans have made? Fans have forced the theory because here's the deal with the Kelvin timeline: the odd ones are good, and the even one is definitely the weaker one. So here's the fan theory.
Okay. I haven't heard this theory.
In between Insurrection and Nemesis, 2 bad Star Trek movies back to back, which I believe that's the really only example of that. There's this little movie.
Yeah. Insurrection and Nemesis were both kind of bad. Yeah.
There's this little movie, very Star Trek inspired, called Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
So what the fans say is, okay, Insurrection sucked. Galaxy Quest good. Nemesis sucks. Galaxy Quest becomes a Star Trek movie, kind of.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely inspired.
Oh yeah, it's heavily influenced. It's like, not Star Trek, but it's heavily influenced.
I mean, it's kind of almost as if they have this idea to make a movie about Trekkies, but they didn't get the licensing rights. But everything else was a go, so they're just like, okay, we got to make a series and make a fake convention.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick.
That gives a possible movie we could cover while we're going through Star Trek movies too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was already going to suggest we add it to the canon.
Yeah.
Which that movie also features my favorite example of a bad overdub.
Oh yeah. I don't even know why they overdubbed it. They're PG. Weren't they PG-13 or was it PG?
Yeah, I think it was PG-13.
Can we double?
But I don't think you could.
PG-13 didn't have one F-bomb, which is why.
Yeah, I don't think you could at that point. Now you could at least get away with 2.
I think you only get away with 2 if they miss it. I think technically they only allow 1. Wait, it's such a dumb rule. They're just
they'll also allow side boob, just no nipples.
What's the thing? I believe they actually do allow nipples, but non-sexual. And I think they've gone more restrictive on that.
Well,
No, that movie is just PG, so that's probably why they did that.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why
It's totally worth a PG-13. I'm sorry. PG-13 and PG are pretty much the same at this point.
It's a PG movie, Bob. Let's think about PG movies when we were children.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
No,
there's some crazy stuff. Yeah,
Gremlins was PG, and the mom blended one in a juicer.
Yeah,
and nuked one, and we watched it. We got to see the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Gremlins. God, was Gremlins PG?
Yeah, Gremlins was PG.
I know it was Raiders that really made them rethink it, because Raiders was PG.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gremlins is PG. Oh my god.
And also, just really quickly, while we're talking about it, can we just say thank you, Joe Dante? Just thank you.
No, it's a general rule. Just saying thank you to Joe Dante is 100% understandable.
Just thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for proving all those critics wrong that watching that won't mess me up into an adult.
And until now, I did not realize he was directing episodes of Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
I hope that's what he wants to do, because he should just be allowed to do what he wants to do.
If you're on the IMDb for Gremlins, look at who played Mr. Peltzer, the dad.
Oh, let me see. I can bring it up real fast.
Yeah, click on him.
Wait, that's the mom.
Yeah, no, not the mom.
I saw Peltzer and I went, oh, that must be. Oh, wait, no, no. I don't remember. Was the dad a major character?
Hoyt Axton is the actor. I mean, he's the narrator.
Well, I don't even see him on here.
Wow, that's
the app is weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
I see Howie Mandel as Gizmo.
Yeah, Howie was the voice of Gizmo. The only role he could do with how no one would touch him.
Yeah, no, I
don't mean to make jokes about that. It's just...
Oh my god, he's listed first. Jesus.
Who?
Mr. Peltzer.
Hoyt Axton.
Yes. Oh, he's in Mitchell. He's in...
Yeah, read his bio. Read his brief little bio.
All right. Hoyt Axton was born March 25th, 1938 in Duncan, Oklahoma, USA. He is known for his work on Gremlins, Forrest Gump, and The Big Chill. He was married to Deborah Hawkins, Donna Bambi Roberts, Catherine Roberts, and Mary Sanio. He died October 26, 1999. He did all right, I guess.
Yeah. Career.
Is there anything else I need to see on here? I'm
he's a musician.
Oh, is he?
He's a musician.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He's a musician. He and his mother wrote Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh,
that was made famous by Elvis. He later became a very important songwriter as well, like with a pretty decent country and folk music career. He wrote songs for like a rock group in the 70s. Like, you know, they had a couple of chart toppers. You might have heard of them, like, you know, Joy to the World.
Okay.
Never Been to Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
I did.
like,
okay, that's.
It's kind of like holy crap! Holy crap! This man has had an amazing life.
Yeah. He did some stuff.
Yeah.
But his most important accomplishment was he starred in the hit movie Mitchell.
Yes.
With Joe Don Baker.
Yes, he was briefly in Mitchell.
Dude, that's like, I believe Mitchell might be the greatest movie ever made.
So, fun story about him. Years ago, I rode out to Oregon with a friend of mine when he moved out there. And he has family friends who live out there. And one was like a kind of like his dad's ex-girlfriend. But she stayed in contact with my friend and his sister because like she was around when they were kids and they'd go out and visit their dad because their parents were separated. Mm-hmm. But, you know, they still stayed in contact with her even into adulthood. When we moved out there, she told him that we could stay at her cabin where she lives in Oregon, which is like on a little tiny mountain, like a little cabin on the side of a mountain. But she said, I won't be there, but my friend, he's kind of watching after the place. I'm down in California working, but I'll be back in a few months. But he'll be there and it'll be fine. And we're like, oh, okay, that's cool, you know, whatever. So the guy who was there, his name is, he's a Japanese guy by the name of Sadaki. We asked, like, I just asked, how do you know her? And she's like, oh, you know, I know her from like back in my days. You know, she would always just be hanging around. He used to play guitar for Hoyt.
Oh.
Yeah, and back in those times, I guess the lady mayors are that I don't know if they're her full name. But yeah, she had known him, and like they would always go see Hoyt when he would come to town, and like, you know, they had the property. Like, yeah, come stay. There's plenty of space for everyone. Just park the bus, and you guys can stay the night. Don't waste your money on a hotel. But yeah, so he told us some pretty cool stories about Hoyt and just about kind of the guy that he was.
Oh.
He seemed like a really cool dude. Yeah, it was just like fun story. While we were there and looking on the wall, there was like old pictures of him. Ones of him in that very cabin. Yeah, so it was like kind of like, it's kind of like looking at like rock and roll museum stuff, but not at a museum, just in somebody's home. And it's like, oh wow, that picture was taken right there.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's cooler than any museum ever.
That does.
He also told some other stories, none of which I'm going to share on air.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good segue into our first segment, which will be stories Bobby's going to share about Hoyt Axton on the podcast. No. I guess we'll talk about Superman and Lois then. God damn it. I got excited.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just like, it's just anytime I have the chance to expose a friend to Hoyt Axton as his music, I try to, and Gremlins is my segue.
There you go.
But check him out.
No?
Yeah.
If I remember, I will.
All right.
That's always the trick.
but Superman and Lois.
Yes. I feel like the last 4 episodes, they were fine, but there was, like, outside of the thing with John Henry Irons, there wasn't anything really done. And then episodes 9 through 12, I feel like just right from the first episode, it's like, bam, here's all this stuff.
First note I have is Superboy has a cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that the 9th? Yeah, that would be the 9th episode. Yeah. He literally has a cold.
Sneezing icicles.
Yeah, sneezing the icicles into his hand, and you can kind of see he's freaking out about it. It's like, ooh.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I did call him Superboy a lot in my notes because I forgot the character's name.
Jordan.
Yeah, I didn't want to go back and change Superboy.
Fine. Superboy's fine. He's essentially Superboy. He serves as Superboy right now, sir. I'm trying to remember. Was episode 9... Oh, yeah, episode 9 was also where we revealed that Lana's... like, a lot of the people in the town have essentially become Kryptonians that we don't know about, including Lana Lang's husband. Which is kind of a big reveal. I mean,
no, it's revealed that he goes to talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's presumed that he is being changed into a Kryptonian as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. My other notes I have on it is General Lane is still a dick.
I know. I thought they'd develop him a bit more, but like so far this season, he's just a dick.
And it was just from that synthetic like gas grenade. That also got Jordan sick as well, and which is why he's sick.
Yeah.
And like the thing that I put on it is like it's like really an untested synthetic. We didn't know what it would do. The words of every best intended idea.
Yeah.
Like that made me just genuinely hate the general.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He is.
Wow.
It's not. It's not just developing weapons to kill Superman. It's developing weapons to kill his son-in-law. What the fuck, man?
It's just, you are, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, wow.
And because of that, doing that, he got his freaking grandson sick. It's like,
yeah,
great. Stand-up dude.
I really loved that scene where the general tried to drive a wedge between the boys, and then Jonathan just like, nope, you're a fucking coward.
No, throughout these episodes, what I really noticed with Jonathan is that Jonathan's kind of awesome. He puts the general in his place, like, throughout these episodes. And it's like, I don't know if necessarily what Jonathan's doing is the right thing every time, but man, he has the general's number.
Hey, he is his mother's child.
Yeah, he
is all Lois.
Yeah, he is not afraid to tell his grandfather what's what.
Yeah, he is definitely takes after his mom.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Which I guess that makes sense. I didn't even think about that parallel, but yeah, that's absolutely what they're going for. He's taking after the mom, and Jordan's taking after the dad. I didn't think about that. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
A good thing to think about. I still do wonder if Jonathan will develop powers at some point, because I do believe in the comic book John Kent is the current Superman. So I don't know if it's John and Jordan in the comic book. I guess I should know. I should read comic books more. But unlike some people, I don't judge the comic books without reading them, so I don't usually judge them either.
No, well, we're not talking about a comic book medium. We're talking about a television or film.
Yes, we are.
Adaptation of it.
Yes, we are.
That is what we're discussing.
Yes.
Now, I mean, we're not going to just slice it to pieces because there's a lot of the stuff that CW does and how they frame dialogue shots that absolutely drive me fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. But I put up with it for the series.
Yeah, no, it's well written.
And CW does it in every single one of these comic book series. It's in every single one. Where they're kind of having one and the camera will follow them like this when one person's talking and then go another way when another character is talking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Every one. You don't need that. That's supposed to move the story along in your... This is an important exposition.
Yeah, yeah.
This is padding. Yeah, like, why are we doing this?
If you're moving the camera during a dialogue scene, the implication is things are rushed. Things need to keep moving. You know, something's happening. You don't do it if they're discussing what to eat for dinner.
Or serious dramatic moments. It's like, why did you do that last night?
Yeah.
Because I was scared. And just no, that we don't need, no. Mm-hmm. no. Why is the camera in motion?
Yeah,
you don't need emotion for this.
No, there's a couple reasons to do that.
It drives me crazy, but I put up with it because a lot of the time, and I've even said that like the kids' dialogue I feel is a little weak and it takes away. And the last 4, it really pulled me away from it from these episodes. Like it really did. But this one, I didn't notice it a lot. But whenever they're doing it in scenes that it's appropriate, I'm not noticing it because the dialogue is that great. As well as the acting. In most cases.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the dialogue, like, I like the story, but yeah, there are plots where the dialogue is just like, man, would a human being really say that? I notice that a lot, where it's like, really?
Yeah. We also do get one big reveal. This super rich fella is actually super bro.
Yeah, he is a super bro indeed.
Half bro.
Yeah.
A super half bro.
Yeah, he is. He and Clark share the same mother. I remember when this was revealed, I was like, I don't remember anything like that. So I looked up.
Yeah, no.
It's 100% creation of the series. It works as a twist, but yeah,
it does.
It's 100% creation of the series.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I was reading a news story as this was coming on, and I even did this when he said brother. I'm like, brother?
Yeah.
What? And then a close, Google. Oh, it's just a create. Oh, okay.
Well,
what?
Yeah.
What?
There's I mean, he's
Jarrell.
You see,
shame on you.
You see at the end where he is, he's at the end of episode 9. He's all dressed up, kind of like a Kryptonian, and you're like, oh, of course he's a Kryptonian. There's like a billion ways he could be a Kryptonian. Then it's like brother. It's like, okay, I didn't guess that one.
At first I thought, okay, maybe Jarrell and, maybe that, he wasn't the only one to send a kid off of Krypton. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And that's immediately what I thought, because like even with the original with Brando, like it wasn't just his parents in that room. There was a group of those people. Presumably, like they all would have one of those pods.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to just assume that group of people are the elite of Krypton, but from everything I've understood of the lore, that sort of social class doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't think it does
on Krypton.
In their fancy crystal caves.
Yeah, and their very fluorescent aluminum foil glowing caves. My God, that would be so hot to wear.
Yes.
I would not care for that at all.
You're not wrong.
Oh God, just think about those are like 1970s stage lights too.
Oh God, shit! I didn't even think about that. Oh God, that's hot to begin with. Holy crap, man!
Like these little soft LEDs are nothing.
No, it's no heat.
Just like those old ones. Like I have an old like photography photo or painter's, which was pretty much the same as a painter's light. From the 80s. That thing, when I have it on, which I used before I got my LEDs, yeah, that one was bright. I had to set the room out far away, just so I wouldn't be like, yeah, I can't see you, but yeah.
But yeah, so what?
Right.
Superman's brother. So we have this army of Kryptonians being raised by Superman's brother. And you find out that the reason these Kryptonian consciousnesses exist is because of something Superman's mother has done.
A creation she made.
Yeah. And the plan, it sounds like, was just to kind of store Kryptonian consciousness. It wasn't actually to start supplanting people. Of course, Morgan Edge said, fuck it, we're going to supplant people.
This is what Mom wanted.
Yes.
This is what Daddy said Mom wanted, but we'll get into that a little bit later, But so they it shows Martin Drake or Morgan Drake.
Morgan Edge.
Morgan Edge, sorry, Morgan Edge. He that's what I'm thinking of, Morgan Edge. He steals the crystal that Superman would use to communicate with Jor-El, which they don't really bring that back up That's like it's like he shattered it.
Yeah. I just assume that's like, it. Jor-El's gone now.
That's it. Yeah, Jor-El's gone, and so is the fortress.
Mm-hmm. Although it's worth pointing out, possibly, like, before we even get to that event, we get probably my favorite episode of the whole series, at least of the first season, because I haven't seen season 2 yet. And that's the whole origin story of Superman.
Yeah.
I love how they do this origin.
Well, I think that's episode 11.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one where Lana volunteers because they get the machine.
Yeah, it's episode 10 where we have Lana volunteer to be Clark's mom.
Yeah, and her Kal-El's mom's subconscious gets transferred into Lana.
Mm-hmm. And she essentially comes up with she tells him how to reverse it, and essentially it's like put everybody back in the machine. Well, I imagine getting a Kryptonian back in the machines easier said than done. So they have to come up with a way to do it kind of quickly and over a large area. And they do. Superman gets a whole bunch of them to chase him and then just kind of sets off a bomb that does it.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I kind of like how he ends up like tricking them into helping him charge it too.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, and they're shooting.
Yep. Wow. This doesn't have to be just me. Sweet.
Yeah, that was just kind of like
bonus.
All right, Soups.
And you even see Morgan at the edge going, "Oh wait, stop it!" And yeah, they're all
he knows
already.
What he's doing. Yeah. I also thought so. All those people, presumably, so they stopped being Kryptonians, right?
Mm-hmm.
While they were flying in midair.
I wondered about that one too, because they wake up on the ground fine, and I'm like,
perfectly fine.
Shouldn't they be like splattered? Like what were
or
they
just,
like
waking up going?
Yeah.
Ow!
Were they flying like 5 feet off the air?
Boom. I was like, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Yeah. I'd really like to know why I can't feel my legs. I can see them.
Well, I'd like to know why I can't feel my legs. I can't see them.
Oh,
they're over there. They're over there.
There's a bone sticking out. That can't be good. I feel like I should be feeling a lot of pain right now, too. That's also concerning.
I feel okay, which shouldn't be good. Which little woozy.
Yeah, I also kind of like, but yes, when we get into the at the end of it, we see the Arctic. Where's my notes here?
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, so there was a boom. All of them fell down, except for Morgan Edge. It looks like Soups crashed at his Fortress of Solitude, but we also see that Morgan is there.
Yes. Yeah.
The part pooper.
do.
And in the next episode, it opens with young Soups throwing down the crystal to build the Fortress of Solitude, which was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
I enjoyed that a lot.
I absolutely love this origin. I love how they established
that was the sweet transition of him being a kid flying, and it flew around, panned right around to him being the Superman we know, and it's like, oh, that was smooth.
Yeah.
That was a smooth and really good transition.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I love this origin. I love how they set it up. They established it's a homemade costume, which doesn't explain his current costume, but like that older costume looked very homemade.
It's cool.
But cool. Yeah, I like that one. I kind of wish the newer costume was more that style. More.
I love that he was wearing it his first day in Metropolis.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, my mom made it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of a nerd. He's kind of a dork, but it works. It's perfect for Superman.
It does.
But I do love how...
I also like the bird or a plane.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch.
But I love how they established this relationship between Lois and Superman is very much a thing where Lois is into Clark.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where she's even the idea of like, oh, Superman's into you, and she's like, I'm not interested.
I like that. I did write down the first word she ever said to him.
What was it?
Who told you to wear a tie?
Oh yeah.
Who told you to wear a tie?
No, but
I also love that they were like the power team at the planet.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
I love that little montage of stuff. I was like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. No,
and then the first time Superman saved Lois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are the power couple.
And I was like, wait, Lois saves him. Assist.
Yeah. They save each other. And
Lois gave the name Superman.
Oh, yeah. Well, you knew they would have to do that because that always happens.
I knew that, yeah. I know, that always. And it was like that Origins was really cool how we saw it. Mm-hmm. And then it started doing these time skips. Mm-hmm. But at that point, I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I do think it's great that this version actually establishes that Lois isn't just into Superman, which was always one of my issues with the classic Christopher Reeve, Margot Kidder ones, where it always seems like she's way more into Superman than into Clark. Of course, Clark's a doofus in that, which it's a whole separate issue. Good movies.
Well, yeah, I mean, 1 and 2
yes,
are phenomenal.
It gets rough after that, but yeah.
3 is all right.
I don't know if I'd rank it that high.
Terrible. It's
pretty bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's a Richard Pryor movie for no reason.
It is a Richard Pryor movie because of ticket and box office sold. It featuring Superman.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the worst out of this film's five films, because the last 2, like Death Wish, are shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're saying 5 films. Are you counting Superman Returns?
Superman Returns.
Okay.
Yes, I am, because it's the same.
That's the thing. It's the same canon, but I believe it's a sequel to 2. I don't believe 3 and 4 are canon with it.
I thought it was
I don't think it matters.
To 4.
I don't think it actually matters. It was a one-off anyway.
Well, they say it's that, and solely just because the actor that they picked to literally put the DC EU at that time on this kid's shoulders. Mm-hmm. They really leaned hard into that poor kid. I feel bad for him.
And I think he had potential, but it was not a good movie. No.
He was good at looking like Christopher Reeve's Superman. That's about it.
What? I think he got a little bit of redemption in Crisis, because they had him return to play the role again in Crisis. And he was better there. I think he could have done a good job. They don't give him a
Crisis. Wait, they also have this Superman come too, right?
Yeah, this Superman's part of Crisis too. Lots of characters are in Crisis.
Okay.
Like I said, Lucifer's there. The one reporter from Batman '89 is there. Arliss.
Oh, yeah. Robert Wolff.
Yes, I believe that's just another brief cameo like Lucifer. But yeah, Superman has a bigger role. Well, Superman Returns. Superman has a bigger role. There's a couple Supermans in there.
I'll admit, me and a friend of mine, we went to go see that in the theaters when it came out, and we both only laughed at one joke in the entire movie.
Oh, you laughed at it? I don't recall any laugh.
It was when we first get the reveal of Lex Luthor walking back into that old lady's mansion.
Oh.
We hear Parker Posey walk past the dog, and her going, "I thought there were 2 of them."
No.
That's the only part we laughed at.
Yeah, I
the rest of it, we were sitting there like this. We were sitting here like this going, "Oh my, this movie is fucking terrible."
Yeah.
This is fucking bad.
I had high hopes for that one.
This is bad. I'm going, well, like, at least they got the fucking theme right.
Yeah. No, they got the opening credits right, too, but that's
Kevin Spacey wasn't... He was all right.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and confess, I thought Kevin Spacey was a great Lex Luthor.
Or sorry, we're saying that name wrong.
I am not.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I'm not interested in seeing Kevin Spacey in anything ever again, though.
Sorry, we have to edit that and make it the evil voice because he's evil and does
Kevin
things.
Spacey.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I believe his other name is Human Piece of Shit, but you know.
Yeah. Bile duct.
Yeah. Good actor. He can go fuck himself.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He can just go fuck himself. Let's see.
I love the origin. I love how it sets up that Superman and Clark they're the item. It's not Superman and Lois. Not Superman and Clark. Lois and Clark are the item, not Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Despite what the series says.
I did like this line that Morgan Edge yelled at he yelled at Jor-El. He's like, I will not debate morality with a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really cool. I was like, oh, that's again another example. This dialogue's great.
Oh yeah, and I believe it's episode 12. I was trying to remember if there's anybody in the Arrowverse that appears in this series, but there in episode 12, there's John Diggle from the Arrow TV series, apparently giving.
Oh, is that who that guy just showed up?
Yes.
Just showed up. Who I was like, wait, who the fuck is this?
That is the guy who he was an Arrow, and he would occasionally be the Arrow if for some reason Oliver couldn't. He was like the backup guy. He was great in that series, so I welcomed him back. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is totally Arrowverse. Okay,
I was just kind of curious because I didn't know. I was like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
I totally forgot he even appeared in this series. That might be his only episode, but yeah, super brief cameo. That episode's all about John Henry Irons going up against Superman because part of the flashback is his brother brain wiping him and making him go kind of evil, though you can see he's fighting it like hard.
Yeah.
And he ends up with a fight with Steel, and that's the big duke out of that episode. I'm trying to think of the big things that happened. It's just they fight. Steel eventually wins by talking Clark into not being evil, and Clark says, okay, sure. Okay, it's not as simple as that, but basically. Well, how do they catch Morgan Edge? I just saw that. Because they fight, and then do they just fly over and catch him?
Believe so.
Yeah, just the two of them teaming up to go after him, I guess. God, that's gonna drive me.
Yeah, nuts. the two of them team up.
Yeah.
Steel beats the living hell out of Superman, hits him a few times in the head with the hammer, kind of knocks the cobwebs free.
Yeah.
And then him and Superman go after his brother, and it kind of like wraps up super quickly.
Yeah.
Like they dispatch of him super quickly, yeah.
Almost like it's part of Edge's plan, and this is just all what he expected.
Like, yeah, like they put him in a prison, a state-of-the-art prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same thing where that they had, I believe it's essentially the same thing they had Lana's husband in while he's selling Kryptonian.
It is the exact same thing that they had him in.
Yeah, essentially a cell LED lined with kryptonite.
Yeah. And I did like on that. I guess his assistant might be on the lam.
Yeah, that was
where she is.
That was the big loose end left. That his assistant, who is a Kryptonian, is still out there. But they're gonna catch within the week. So you know what? Everything's resolved.
Yeah, and we're also not going to talk about the general not owning up for being a dick at all.
Yeah,
at all. Giving a half-assed apology.
Listen, guys, I'm sorry.
But it was a matter of national security.
Yeah, is lunch here yet? Is lunch here?
Get fucked, dude.
No, he's kind of awful.
My last note. LOL. State of the art. LOL.
That actor, he's a good actor. He
is a real good actor.
He was also in Nip Tuck, and he wasn't as much a dick there, but he had his dick moments, and he was good at fluctuating between the two. Here he's just being a dick, but he's good at that too. So
he's really good at it.
I don't think we see it in this series, but in Nip Tuck, occasionally he would go like kind of semi-crazy. Like he won't kill anybody, but you get these moments where it's like, fuck. He was really good at that. Really good. But yeah, and so we're left off with everything resolved. There's nothing else left for this season. It's all resolved. Yep. The next 3 episodes we'll be watching are pretty much just them taking a summer vacation. They're just going to relax.
Yeah,
nothing's going to happen.
They're going to take in the theater in Gotham.
Yeah. Listen. They
don't have to worry about it because, Batman's there.
Yeah, they're just one loose end. But they're going to catch her within the end of the week, so nothing's going to happen with that. It's all good.
Well, I'm kind of almost surprised they haven't gotten the actors who portrayed Batman and Catwoman in Gotham like the last few episodes, because it wasn't the kid who had been Bruce Wayne this whole time. They got like an adult actor back to play Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah, Gotham is not part of this universe. So
I think it's a part of its own.
Yeah, I think it's its own thing. DC is all over DC's a mess. I don't even know what is what. Arrowverse is probably the most coherent of it, and even that goes over the place. Yeah. I mean, the movie universe just seems like it's going to go crazy with Flashpoint, which has gotten delayed again, so who knows when that comes out. Who knows?
Oh, it got delayed again.
Yes. I think the only DC... I think right now we're getting Black Adam in, like, July, and then Shazam 2, which actually that one got moved up. Shazam 2 comes out in December. And then everything else...
This year?
Yeah.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Oh, another December release. I wonder if it's going to be another Christmas thing.
That could be fun. But then, like, all the other movies got pushed back next year. It was supposed to be Aquaman 2 in December, but nope.
Maybe they have to reshoot the Amber Heard stuff.
Yeah. You see, my rule with the whole divorce thing is...
Yeah.
Listen, anything that happens while divorce proceedings are going on, we kind of have to ignore it, because we are not seeing people at their best. At all.
No, we're not. We're not. I know that.
I try not to judge too harshly, even though I've seen some bad stuff. I try not to judge too harshly. I kind of feel that it's unfair that they just how one party will lose their job in a series and the other not. Sole allegation alone. I feel that I don't know. I just don't feel that it was right that he got kicked off of the Fantastic Beasts franchise. No, I don't think it was either. I think that was weird. That being said, I think he's dodging a bullet getting off that franchise.
Yes, I do too.
Is burning. Oh my god.
Because I thought the first one was terrible.
See, I enjoyed the first one. The second one's a shit show. And with Rawling the way she is now, she can go fuck herself, frankly.
Well, I'm happy that she had no part of the cast reunion.
Yeah, thankfully.
From what I understood, like most of them didn't want her there.
Yeah, I know. Daniel Radcliffe and Eddie Redmayne have come out vocally against her current stances on things, which is something will come up as we get closer to Fantastic Beast. But I still need to put together a little something for that. Not right for this one because we're not there yet.
Oh, you're gonna make me watch it, aren't you?
What?
The Fantastic Beasts?
No, we are not watching Fantastic Beasts. We are not touching Harry Potter. We are not touching J.K. Rowling. Fuck.
What about Tolkien?
I wasn't planning on it. I'm not against it.
Good. I mean, I'll invest.
That's right. Isn't that series coming out at some point?
I think so.
I mean...
But also, you know what else is coming out, too?
What?
A new Game of Thrones series.
Well, yeah. It will come out. They're going to sync it up so it comes out with the next book. So, right now they're planning for a May 2040 release.
Hey, you know what? For as old as George is and as much as he's working, I got to give the guy respect.
Yeah.
He's keeping himself busy.
I guess I didn't...
Not writing Dance of Dragons, but hey, not writing his next book.
Well,
Dance of Dragons already came out, yeah.
There's that game that I really want to get now, Elden Ring. I saw, gameplay footage. It looks so goddamn cool. And then I saw he did the fucking story for it. And I'm like, oh, that needs to go on sale, so I'll get it.
Yeah. I read on his official website that he's got 4 series in the works with HBO right now.
Oh, my God.
Ones that he is, helming.
Mm-hmm.
He is just making sure that, that his story is going to be told the way that he wants it. Because he still says that, I could have made, a Song of Ice and Fire go for 10 seasons.
Yeah.
I absolutely could have.
Well, no, they could have kept it going. They could have ended it well with essentially the same storyline if they put, I don't know, a lot more fucking effort into it. But they had a good idea of how to end it, and they just half-assed it, I felt like.
They did. I think they did, too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, nothing, against the character or anything. I think that Jon should have been the one to kill the Night King.
Yeah.
And Arya killed Daenerys.
Oh, God, this is a whole separate topic. But, yeah, they set up all these battles, and it felt like they didn't actually think out how to really... It felt like something where everything needs to come together at once to be something huge. And instead, they just did it, step by step. And it's like, well, that's kind of boring, guys. And
It is. It is. It is. That whole episode leading up to the Night King's death, I was just kind of going, I'm not liking any of this.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of undead minions, let's talk a little bit more about Superman and Lois now.
Yes. Actually, I'm going to get a beverage. I'll be right back.
All right.
Prepare yourself.
Ooh.
Because we are going to the Wayback Machine of 1941, a pre-World War II. No? Yeah.
World War II adjacent. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think the U.S. entered the war in 41, but I think the war started in 39.
I think we're on the cusp. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, like we haven't entered the war yet.
We were giving weapons to the Allies, so kind of, but not really. It doesn't have any like mirror image right now.
Nothing to really draw a comparison to of today.
Yeah. All right. We have to talk about George A. Romero's King of the Zombies.
No, this is not George Romero. I don't know. This is probably a movie that kind of wanted George to make one with some heavier commentary.
Yeah.
Because this definitely fits the criteria whenever I've seen anything about Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Of all the movies that George said that were coming out, they were all just these voodoo zombie guys.
Yeah. I largely dislike this movie, except for one. There's like one gem in this movie that I love.
and his name is Mac, and he is a drunken Irishman. Also, he's the pilot.
No.
Yeah,
shockingly, no. I know.
No. Jeff wasn't my favorite either. The whole time I just kept saying, have a drink. Yeah, I really felt they should have just called. Well, we should explain to the people what King of the Zombies is. It's a 1941 horror film, or horror comedy.
I want to put horror in quotations there, because...
horror for 1941.
Shaun of the Dead is scarier by like a mile.
The Notebook is scarier.
Well, it's scary for all the wrong reasons, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's horrifying to think that Ryan Gosling would treat Rachel McAdams that way. What is wrong with you, young man?
Fucking Rachel McAdams. Show some respect. Jesus Christ.
God, you're the fucking whip your hide. But this movie, so the plot of this is there's some rich philanthropist who is aiding the U.S. government in looking for a missing general or admiral. Mm-hmm. High-ranking officer. I want to say admiral.
I don't think it matters.
He charters a he hires a pilot who's also like an army guy or a buddy. Mm-hmm. That's never really established who these men are or why they're out doing, other than the best description of what I just gave is pretty much the most we get of the film. Also, the rich man, a Bill, he has, the pilot's name is Jeff. Or no, I'm sorry. The pilot's name is Mac. Jeff is in the back seat. Jeff plays, now, I first saw this movie, it came as a pack in movies, like multiple movies in like a giant box set. I have 2 collections that has had this movie in them. The first one, all it said was, and Jeff, played by Mantan Moreland, he plays Jeff's butler, as it is described in that text. Mm-hmm. Now, in the film itself, it's clear that he is a servant or a slave.
Yeah.
Though they refer to it, but they only use the word servant throughout the whole film. Mm-hmm. But it's very clear into how the actor Mantan Moreland was portraying that role, that was a very genre type casting for that time.
Yeah.
Now, again, I am not defending it.
No,
it's tasteless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
it's disgusting. But to Mantan's credit, he exploited it.
Oh,
and he made a living off of it, and he did it. He was very, very comedic in all of his delivery and performance. And this is something that I sent to Bob as just part of our production notes for it. There was a time where this actor was also considered to be Shemp's replacement in The Stooges after Shemp's heart attack. But of course, Columbia was against it for obvious reasons, because they didn't want an African-American actor being a lead character, let alone a stooge.
And it's actually profoundly disappointing, because he is the absolute gem of this movie. He has a presence to him. Yeah, he's playing kind of this stereotypical black character, and it's a little cringe, especially at first.
Yeah.
But it is also kind of charming and endearing the more you watch it. He is like, I don't even understand how he gets the third credit here. He is essentially the star. I think you get more screen time with him than anybody else. I feel like
he does have the most screen time.
Yeah, the other characters are treated like they're more important. And honestly, I could give a fuck about any of the other characters, because he's just fun. He just, whenever he's up there, he's doing jokes. He's acting scared because there's fucking zombies. It fucking works.
It works. It does. And it's just, it's interesting, because I watch it and I think about the evolution of like representation in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or sometimes lack thereof, mostly lack thereof.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just to think that this was a time where this was common in cinema. Like, this was like in any other film. And I mean, I really get to thinking about it, and it's like, well, you know, I remember a lot of those old cartoons from Disney. They weren't exactly, you know, PC.
No. This is actually, I'd argue this is probably a lot better than something from Disney at the time.
We were just getting into the meat and potatoes of the movie.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, they were sent to investigate a plane crash by a army higher-up or what have you. And then they hear some weird radio announce, and then they have the smoothest plane crash ever.
I know. They're just laying on the ground. They obviously don't even land in the plane. They're thrown out of the plane, and they're fine. They just kind of get up and dust themselves off. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, Jeff, Mantan's character, he lands by a graveyard, and he's like, no, get me out of here. I'm not dead. No. Which I think would be my reaction, too, if I woke up and I see a headstone above me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, nope.
I'm out here.
And then they find a castle where they later go to seek some shelter, where it's ran by this creepy guy who gives off some Dr. Dracula vibes.
Yeah, I told Dr. Dracula kind of wannabe dude.
Like, yeah, who also is incredibly overtly racist, too.
Yeah. Well,
like, first time I watched it, that was the one I was like, wow, okay. So we're not even hiding it in the subtext at this point in the movie.
No,
all right.
Well, he has 3 guests, and then 2 of them get their own room, and then together. Well, you know what? They're a couple, and they're a lovely couple.
They are a lovely couple, because it's heavily implied.
But and then the third gets to sleep downstairs with.
In the kitchen where the other servants' quarters are, as he put it.
You could probably guess what all these people have in common.
Yeah. And it's like they don't hide it. There's even one lady in there who I would say, she looks like if you were to imagine the worst depiction of somebody who practiced voodoo in Louisiana or in New Orleans. It would be this cook in the kitchen. Yeah.
Well, I do want to say what the people downstairs all have in common, to make it firmly established, is that they're the best part of the movie.
Yeah, they are. They really are. The lady who played the maid, she was like one of the only few actors in this movie that could keep up with Mantan beat for beat in the sense of comedy.
Yeah.
I noticed. And I was like, okay, these two know each other. They've like worked a lot together, I could tell.
Yeah. For sure.
Like they have a definite familiarity with each other and how they're acting.
That's the thing.
And it shows, and it comes through on the screen.
Everybody plays this movie straight, except obviously Mantan and her.
He plays it. Yeah, he plays it for what it is.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, there are zombies. Everybody's like, no, there's not a zombie. It's like, yes, there fucking are zombies. And these are some of the most tame zombies ever. I'm
slow moving too.
Oh God, they're slow move. I'm not even.
They move to the beat of the drums.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum.
Like, are these? I don't even understand fully how these zombies work. Are these flesh-eating zombies, or
I think they're just zombie. I think they're just mindless zombies.
just slave zombies?
Like voodoo zombies, possession zombies.
Okay.
Because remember, Mac got possessed too.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I'll admit, the first time I watched it with a buddy of mine, we were kind of just like commenting and kind of riffing on how fucking racist this movie is.
Yeah, it's out there.
Later in the movie, when Mac becomes possessed, we were just like, all of them are just going brains. Meanwhile, Mac's going whiskey.
How racist.
Making mean jokes. Yeah, making jokes about the Irish. To be clear, my buddy who I was with was Irish, and he was making that joke.
No.
And I said, potatoes.
But yeah, well, the other guy is obviously supposed to be like the heroic lead. I'll be blunt. I give two shits about him.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to be. That's well established.
Yeah.
Now, however, the act of him actually doing anything heroic, that does not happen.
Yeah, no. I'm not even 100% sure how much this movie, like, when they were shooting, how much was actually scripted. Because it feels very just kind of cobbled together.
It does really feel like punched together, and like I imagine like a lot of rewrites happened while filming. I don't know how. This seems like a cut and dry like horror production that was just like, let's go, film it, we'll be done.
Yeah.
We'll film half of it on a stage, probably all of it on the sound stage.
No, I do love when they enter the house, and
because the house is like a really cool set.
Yeah, well, they enter, and when they step inside, they're obviously still inside, but it's like they're supposed to be coming in from outside, but it's obviously an internal door that they're entering. They didn't cover it up well at all. I mean, you do shit like that in movies, but man, no.
I mean, I could forgive a boom mic in shot, or a shadow of a boom mic. No, I could forgive that. Yeah,
there's all types of technical errors I'll forgive,
but there's some like really cool stuff that they do for the time here. Like, there's a point when Mantan first comes in count. He has a first, I guess, he survives a zombie attack, where he's laying on a bed in the kitchen. Or they just pretty much he makes an area to sleep on a counter, which looks like out of stone.
Yeah.
But like there's candles by him, and one by one, you could tell they're edits. But like somebody blew out, or they put out each candle and then made it seem like one by one they were going out.
Yeah, they did a good job.
It's simply done by an edit. Simply done by an edit, but it was still cool and it looked clean.
Yeah, definitely.
For 41, that's some impressive editing.
Yes, it is. Well, it's also worth noting, like, the opening credits for this, they put more work into it than they had to. That's not bad.
Like, it was all just like cards being pulled.
Yeah, well, it was
nice.
It was like they set up so it's like this cloth roller rolling down, and kind of the credits kind of flowed with it, and it had to be tricky for the time. They did good job.
A lot of movies they did their opening credits like that a lot of the time. Like they were like on mats, like almost like matte paintings, and they would just kind of have them rolled out. And I don't know, like older Hollywood like that, the production that they put into the film itself is something that I feel is lacking in films today.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a lot cheaper just to like build a giant green screen wall and, do it that way. I get that.
Well, yeah. Well, we are at the time
away from
where they have to be more creative. You can't just do anything you want. I mean, I have like some poster board over here that I can put behind me and make any background I want. Not going to look great, but I can do it.
I could buy neon green ones and make it be whatever I want, but I just choose these tapestries.
Yeah. Hey, man, you'd miss out on my pile of stuff and my Genesis poster. And we can't lose that.
I'm not standing anymore, so you can't see the stuff I have up there. I mean, it's still Alf. It's still Alf.
I do miss Alf.
I haven't gotten Kermit back from my parents yet, but
Aww.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there is a creativity to the early movies that it's like I don't even know how you bring that back because just things are so different now.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie it also just kind of ends.
Oh yeah, no, this movie is like 68 minutes. It feels like 2 hours.
Yeah, it also just kind of abruptly ends. Pretty much the evil doctor was creating voodoo zombies because his wife had some ailment, but that's not really gone into any further. And they fixed the voodoo zombies, and yeah.
I'll be blunt, I completely forgot the wife was in this, but yes, that is totally a thing that is kind of... Yeah. I feel like it's supposed to be like a big part of it, but it's just kind of there.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of there.
Yeah. Well, it's all because Jeff is like the highlight of the whole goddamn movie. And he is not written to be the main character, but he really is. Because if
he steals the movie.
If he's not on the screen, I really didn't give a shit about anything that was happening to anybody else at all.
Even him being a zombie was funny.
Yeah, that was just weird and dumb. But you know what? Fuck it. More Jeff.
I think it was just probably more of like he's like started kind of just doing it. Yeah. And then they thought it was funny. He was like, hey, let's put that in the movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Sure. I mean, he is the highlight. And I will say... I think the Stooges missed something not bringing him on board because he does bring a charisma. I think I would have loved to have seen some Larry Moe and
Mantan.
Mantan, yeah, sure. I don't know what name will have gone by, but I would love to see what they will have done because I think that could have been awesome. I think
that could have been. I know that he does have reoccurring roles, so if you want to see him in a role that he's kind of more well known for, is he was also the driver in all Charlie Chaplin films.
Oh, really?
Not Chaplin, but a Charlie Chan. Charlie Chan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Charlie Chan.
I was about ready to say Charlie Chaplin. He wouldn't have gotten a chance to speak.
No. Charlie Chan. Yeah, he was the driver in the Charlie Chan movies.
Did Chaplin do any talkies?
I don't think Chaplin did any talkies.
I know it was Buster Keaton jumped on the talkies as soon as they came out, and Chaplin thought it was...
Buster Keaton also was known for doing those like amazing stunts, like the one on the train yard. That's still incredible to watch today.
Buster Keaton definitely seemed more like, let's go forward, whereas Chaplin seemed more like...
do this,
hey, I got my shtick, we're going to stick with it. Okay.
Yeah, Buster seemed like the guy who would be more of like... Hey, think about it. They're watching this through a screen. So behind that screen, that world can be whatever we want it to be.
Yeah.
Let's mess with their perception.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else on King of the Zombies before we talk about the motionless picture?
It did have a sequel a few years after.
I've seen that up too. What, Return of the Zombies?
Revenge.
Revenge.
I think they.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going to go for the full Pink Panther trilogy or not.
Yeah.
Because it's like Curse, Return, Revenge.
Yeah.
I think that's like the Pink Panther trilogy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in that order, but it's like either Return. It's it's Return, Revenge, or like Curse, and then Revenge, Return, Revenge, Curse.
Yeah, I know in Halloween it was Return, Revenge, Curse.
Yeah, and that is the Pink Panther trilogy too, because it was like Return of the Pink Panther, Revenge of the Pink Panther, The Curse of the Pink Panther. But yeah, I don't know if they were planning on doing the Pink Panther trilogy with it or not, but
I did. I did.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I did see in the thumbnail Jeff does return. He's the only part I would even care to watch again, without doubt.
Well, I did start watching a little bit of this one and how they kind of subtly implied about Nazis and war.
Okay.
They're full fist in this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, this movie, if it came out right, like 41, it's either right after 47. The U.S. entered or right before.
47,
the sequel? Yeah. Oh, wow. So that's a couple years after it ended. Come here.
I think so, yeah.
Of course, I know lots of movie productions were probably on hold during the actual war.
Well, yeah, because I think a lot of the people who were crew members, production staff, were serving and got drafted.
Yeah.
No actors did.
I didn't know that.
No, I mean, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I imagine Lee Marvin just showed up wanting to kill some people.
Yeah. But yeah, if you are interested in checking out Mantan Moreland, this is solid. He's great. Every other aspect of this movie, I hate.
You just kind of got to just swallow that 1940s culture.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of got to swallow that pill and look past it.
Yeah, but Jeff is a great character. More Jeff.
It's cemented in film. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
We can only learn from it.
Yeah. Now, are we ready to move on to other movies that are not as long as they feel?
Oh.
So we're going to start talking about Star Trek, which makes sense. We bring up Star Trek a lot. I'm a huge Trekkie.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to talk about the first Star Trek movie, the one that nobody actually really talks about.
I am a late to the party Trekkie, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, I love Star Trek, but this, as a kid, I hated this. As I grew up, I'm kind of more okay with it. And I think part of the issue is I think the DVD copy is the director's cut. I think the director's cut is probably better, because watching this, I was just kind of bored. I remember thinking it was okay. I think it's a difference between theatrical and the directors.
I remember thinking it was okay until I watched Wrath of Khan.
Well, no, Wrath of Khan is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually a super expensive Star Trek movie. I want to say it was the most expensive one for at least a while, probably until the Next Generation series.
Yeah, probably. Speaking of, we do hear that theme.
yes. The actual Next Generation theme was actually composed for this movie. And essentially they were just like, oh, let's use it for TNG too.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Yes. God, they have some great sets and models in this movie.
They have like the Enterprise interior. It looks so cool.
Yeah. And
even though it will change in every movie after this.
Mm-hmm. And they got some great shots of the exterior, too. I believe it's about 5 hours in this movie of exterior shots of the Enterprise.
Well, no, that's what was on the cutting room floor.
Oh.
But no, to the film's credit, all the space shots look phenomenal.
No, that's the thing. Like, these shots look phenomenal, but man, they drag on them. That's the thing that hurts it. It's like, God, it looks beautiful, but cut to something else. Okay.
Yeah, I think it also it didn't help the fact that the main nemesis was mostly a space gas vapor.
Yeah. Well, my parents point out that this was actually a new version of an episode of the original series, so I watched that episode after watching this movie. It's what was the episode called? I want to say it's called The Changeling, but it's about this probe called Nomad that the Enterprise beams aboard. And it's just a robot, and it's looking for other perfect robotic life. It's looking for the creator, who it thinks is Kirk.
Does he try to sleep with it?
No. But, no, this episode's weird. And I will definitely say the movie...
question.
The movie is better than the episode by a decent margin.
Okay.
That is also the episode, the robot Nomad probe thing. Mm-hmm. It wipes Uhura's memory. And it kills Scotty. And they're like, oh my God, you killed him. And the robot's like, well, give me some of your, tell me how you people are put together and I will fix him. So they like feed a whole bunch of Anami to this thing and it fixes Scotty. And then they're like, okay, now fix Uhura. And it's like, oh no, I can't do that. And wait. It can't fix Uhura, but it says you'll have to re-educate her. And here's the thing. Bones has this big old smile when he's like, oh, will we? And it's like he's almost giddy about it. It's like, wait, what?
What?
She literally like had her whole life erased and you're just happy to re-educate her?
Who's going to teach her all the different languages she speaks?
No, and the episode just ends, like at the end, they say, oh, she's at college level knowledge right now. She should be ready for duty next week.
Convenient.
And it's like, wait, are we just going to ignore she just had her memory's wiped.
We're glossing over that. The credits are rolling, man.
I mean, we can't have Nomad Fixer because that is insane.
We gotta get that 60 Star Trek theme, man.
Oh, that was. Okay. So the movie is better than the episode.
Yeah.
The movie needs maybe at least a half hour cut on the cutting room floor.
No, yeah, the movie drags and it stretches. It suffers from the problem that some movies today do, letting stuff breathe a little too much.
I think letting stuff breathe is fine, but just too much. I can't think of any other movie that does that. But yeah, there's no recent movie that really does that I can think of. You got a cough there. You got a cough. It's the same cough I had. Just something gets in my comment.
It was a good cough.
Yeah, I mean, there's good movies out there that maybe breathe too much.
And sometimes exposition in films can be a bit overemphasized. Mm-hmm. Irishman, but sometimes it works.
Mm-hmm.
This one isn't a case of where it does at moments.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. But
it's hard to pick them out because the good ones kind of I think the good ones complement the bad ones in this.
Well, there's.
It's weird.
Yeah, there's this interesting story idea here where Kirk is essentially taking over the Enterprise because Decker is the captain of the Enterprise, and Kirk is saying, "I'm going to take over this mission. I'm going to be in charge," which is
I'm the captain now.
Pretty shitty of him. Yes, technically he can. He is an admiral, but usually if you're an admiral, you just go, "Hey, I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to make sure everything goes well. If you need help, I'm here." That would usually be the role of the admiral of something in here. And obviously, if they feel like it, they can take control. But usually you let the captain do his thing.
Yeah.
But no, Kirk takes full control, and it's obvious Decker doesn't like it, and it's obvious Kirk shouldn't be doing this. And McCoy comes the closest to flat out calling him out, but even he seems more reserved than he should be in calling this out.
Yeah. He does. Well, I think the most genuine bones we get in this is when he first arrives.
Yeah.
And then Kirk made him shave his beard. Mm-hmm. And we got subdued bones.
Yeah. And you could...
Well, no, he came out for a bit after that first encounter.
Yeah. He's kind of calling out Kirk, but it's not going all the way there. And I think it's because they know the audience will want Kirk to take over, so the audience isn't going to be completely against Kirk. But I think it kind of needs called out that Kirk is being a giant dickweed during this, especially during the beginning of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He is just like, I'm in charge now. Oh, fuck you, buddy. What did Decker do? And we will not go into what the actor who played Decker did. We will just be going into what the actual character did, which is nothing. He was a great captain, okay? But
and this movie also has it starts off with a very interesting segment where Spock is on his home planet of Vulcan.
Yes.
And he's going through a ceremony that will alleviate him of all of his human emotions, making him a full Vulcan. Which he kind of comes back, and I mean, he's acting like Spock.
Yeah.
I don't know why they acted so weird. That's Spock.
It's pronounced Spock.
Spock.
Spock. Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
Spock.
I don't know how he pronounced it so weird.
Spock.
Spock.
I mean, I think McCoy had it best, you pointy-eared bastard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shatner is an interesting actor in that I think he's a good actor with the right director. Otherwise, he's a bit much.
Which is himself.
No. Completely disagree with you there, but
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that eventually.
Yeah, we got.
Because I mean, it's obvious.
A few weeks on that.
It's obvious who. Yeah, it's obvious who the better director out of the two is, and that's Nimoy.
Yeah. Well, you're not
Obviously.
wrong.
Yeah, Nimoy.
Well, that's the thing.
is.
Like, of all the other, like, main crew members, even going down, like, you got DeForest Kelly, you got Leonard Nimoy, Walter Koenig, James Doohan, Nichelle Nichols, George Takei, all consistently better actors than William Shatner. It's a fact. They all, like, I've never seen them do a bad job with any of these characters. Shatner, there's some bad moments.
I've seen
in the
him
original
chew
series.
scenery.
Some...
Yeah, I've seen him chew more scenery than any of the others. I've seen him chew more scenery than Jonathan Frakes.
Well, that's the thing. Even Jonathan Frakes recognizes that he's not a great actor. You hear Jonathan Frakes talk, he knows he's not a great actor. He's like, I love directing.
But I love directing.
Yeah.
And his movies were all right.
Yeah. Oh, he has a very good Star Trek movie and then not as good one, but we aren't there yet.
We aren't there yet. We'll get there.
Yes. So as a general rule, you want your number one directing the movie as much as possible. No.
Yes.
But yeah, we will get when we get to the next movie, I will have some praise for Shatner there, because holy crap.
He does a great job in that.
Yeah. He definitely has talent.
He does. He really does.
He's not even necessarily bad here. This is not like cringe levels of something.
It's just I think it's just a bad script. I think they played it safe and just kind of went with, like, they made an episode into a movie.
Yeah, no, this feels like an Encounter at Farpoint situation where they wrote an episode and then they're like, ooh, can we double this? And it's like, what? Because that was what happened for the first episode of TNG. They wrote an episode and then they decide, oh, this needs to be a double-length episode.
Yeah.
That's why that one drags so bad.
Yeah. They should have just made that into the first Next Gen movie.
Yeah, well, Encounter at Farpoint might have even been in one of the better episodes of Season 1, because Season 1's a shit show. But might have been one of the
Season
better
1
ones
is a shit show.
if it was half the length. If it was...
What season is it where Riker sends Picard, or suggests for Picard to go to this pleasure island? What was that? What season was that?
I mean, are you talking about when he goes to Risa, or is there someplace else?
It's like where he goes on a vacation to get away from the ship and the crew and just to have a little vacation for himself, but ends up getting caught up in a mystery.
I mean, if it's the Risa play, I'm thinking that's Season 3.
I think it's that. It's the one where he's mostly lounging around.
Okay, it's Risa. No, I'm trying, because there's also a Season 1 thing where he has to go on vacation and he goes into the holodeck. Does some Dixon balance. Yeah, holodeck adventures always go well in the Enterprise.
No, not that one. Not that one. Seen that one, not that one.
Yes, this is not as bad as Star Trek gets. It's fine. I think the director's cut is better. Haven't seen it in a while. This drags, though. This is... Listen, if the idea of lots of really long shots of sets and pretty good special effects, especially for the time, if that appeals to you...
What was that, 1978?
Probably most of it was made in 78. I think it was released in 79, but a lot of it was made in 78. A shot of Spock being launched into a space vagina.
Yeah.
Because that's this movie. If that appeals to you, this is your bag. I think even after he goes in, he contacts him and says, "I have penetrated the orifice," or something like that.
Yeah, he does say something along those lines. It's like,
oh my god, we're not even coding it, are we?
Say, oh, okay.
I think I should try jetting out and jetting back in quickly.
Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, I forgot about that song. That song's classic.
Oh, Bilbo Baggins, he's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all.
There's an album I found, and I'm sure you can find it streaming, where it's one that is of it's like the best of Kirk, or like a Shatner and Nimoy. Yeah, hold on.
Well, if it doesn't contain Bilbo Baggins, then it's a lie.
It does. It does. It does. It does. It does. Yeah. One of the names of his album is The Two Sides of Leonard Nimoy. One is a side profile of him, the other is of him as Spock.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. It's called Spaced Out, the best of Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner. Track listing goes, here's some Shatner songs. The first two are King Henry V, Elegy for the Brave, then a Nimoy song, Highly Illogical, Leonard Nimoy singing If I Had a Hammer, Shatner with Mr. Tambourine Man, Leonard Nimoy, Where's the Love, Leonard Nimoy, Music to Watch Space Girls By, Shatner, It Was a Good Year, Nimoy, Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, Shatner, Hamlet, Leonard Nimoy, A Visit to a Sad Planet, Nimoy, Abraham, Martin and John, Shatner, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
I was about to say Lucy in the Sky and Diamonds.
Yeah. There. Leonard Nimoy, and actually a really great track on here, If I Were a Carpenter.
Mm.
Oh, great one. Shatner, How Insensitive. Nimoy, I'd Love Making Love to You. Nimoy, Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Nimoy, Sunny. Nimoy, Gentle on My Mind. Nimoy, I Walk the Line. Nimoy, Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. Nimoy, Everybody's Talking. Nimoy, Both Sides Now. And Nimoy, Spock Thoughts. Him singing I Walk the Line is pretty awesome, too. Yeah. So that album is like, mostly Leonard Nimoy songs.
Yeah, well...
Good.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
There's a reason, yeah. But also, yes, him singing. There's another one that Shatner did where he did a whole melody of, themed songs around Rocket Man. So he did Space Oddity.
Oh, God.
Ground Control.
Yeah.
The Major Tom.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Bilbo Baggins is a fun, quirky song. But it's actually a song. Whereas I feel like William Shatner stuff, you're not listening to an actual song. You're listening to William Shatner's weird rendition of a song.
Yeah. But, even, Leonard Nimoy singing I Walk the Line, he sings the song with conviction.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't see him doing it anyway else.
No, it's comparable to Mr. Cash's.
Nice. Well, I do feel like we're drifting a little bit away from the movie.
Yeah,
I'm going to brain it back.
But this movie also drifted far out.
It does. But we have to talk about the character that always made me think of Donnie Iris every time they said her name. Aaliyah. Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Yeah. That's why I didn't play any of the songs I listed.
Yeah. But, she essentially comes onto a crew. And she's quick to bring up that she is in compliance with her vow of celibacy or something like that.
Odd thing to establish, but okay. Yeah, I understand. Admiral Kirk is here.
No, she's there, and it's like, oh, she's in compliance for vow of celibacy. So that means this is her first mission with Kirk.
Yep.
She says that, and he's just like, really?
Really? Challenge accepted.
Yes. But apparently she's an ex of Decker. And yeah, she gets captured by some sort of light thing.
Or I thought she got possessed.
I thought she got disintegrated into it.
Her and it took the form of it. Yeah, I'm not too sure because
she appears in the shower later.
Yeah.
And then essentially Decker merges with her. That's kind of the end of the movie. There's not a whole lot fucking happening in this movie.
Yeah, there really isn't a lot.
They could have actually really done more of the Kirk angle, because it's they do have this angle where he's just taking over the Enterprise and being a dick, and then it's just kind of dropped.
Yeah.
And it's like, you definitely could have milked, like, if you're looking for padding, you could get, like, at least, like, 10 more minutes of story out, something like that.
And they'll do stuff like this later in the series, where, like, someone else from the Federation will come aboard and be like, Kirk, you're out of line. Or they'll send a message, return to base immediately. Yeah, okay. Even knowing then, like, you know, anytime that they ever said that in the original, like, film series, where they said, come back to base right away, and I just go, like, you know he's not.
Yeah.
I know he's not going to, and this is the first time I'm watching.
Unless you can remote control that ship, he's not going to.
This is James E. Kirk.
James R. Kirk.
James R. Kirk.
But yeah, listen.
I thought it was Tiberius. I always thought it was Tiberius.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. But if you watch the second pilot episode, you realize it's James R. Kirk. He spells James. Tiberius with an R.
Okay.
No, it wasn't a mistake. He spells with an R.
Okay.
Sure.
Freaking Iowans. Freaking Iowans.
But yeah, this isn't great. It's fine. It's not as not as bad as the franchise is gonna get. For an opener, this is not a great opener, but it's not terrible either. No. This isn't a, oh my god, this franchise is immediately wrecked movie. This is not Batman and Robin. It's not even Batman Forever. It's not even.
It's not Superman 4.
No, I'm not even sure.
Death of a franchise.
Yeah. How to kill a franchise real fucking fast. This is
how to tank it. Oh my god, yeah.
Well, this movie did fairly well. It barely made its money back, but like I said, this movie had a huge budget for the time. So barely making its money back essentially told the studio, this is a property that can make money. We just gotta make this a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Which is, we'll get more into it next time.
So what they did was they decided to cast Ricardo Montalban.
Well, we'll get into it because there's a fun little story about that. I'll probably research it a bit more. I know a lot of it off the top of my head, but yeah, Star Trek. I know
that they got a green light from pretty much, like, Gene got the green light for pretty much free reign in that one. Like, creative wise, that's what I remember reading about it.
This is the one he had free reign in, pretty much.
This is the one? Okay.
He lost a lot of it because of this one, because it was too expensive. He went too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, content, like, story wise.
Yeah,
they still let Gene just, like, write the story that he wanted to write.
Yeah, that's this one again. They took a lot of control out of him for Star Trek 2. That's the thing with Gene. Gene, I think, has his heart in the right place, but whenever he has a lot of control over the stories, you end up with weird shit. Like, this isn't even the worst of it. He had a huge amount of control over the first season of TNG, which we already brought up.
Yeah, no, he had, like, a stranglehold, but really the whole process of getting that series to air is like an epic tale on its own. Oh, yeah,
just this.
Like, there's a great documentary. I don't know if you've seen it or not, Bob, but I think it's called Trouble on the Bridge.
Possibly. I've seen lots of them.
Yeah, and it's about the production of it, and they talk about, like, how they made it. Like, they have interviews with the entire Next Gen cast and people close to Gene and archive footage of Gene talking. And I guess there's a great one when Picard wanted to, like, leave. So Gene told him, all right, well, meet me in the commissary. And that day, I think it was like, Jean-Luc Picard or Patrick Stewart, they were going to film today, and he was still in his costume. But he said, sit in your costume, and we'll meet, we'll talk. He let him sit there for a long time. I don't think he ever met with him. But he let him sit there and, like, thinking in an area not where the actors are or everything. He was in where everyone else was in the commissary. Yeah. And I think, Patrick was like, and I heard people talking, like, is he leaving? Is he leaving? And it was something like that, but just, it was a very interesting documentary on how, like, it got made, and Gene kind of had to pull the Wild West side of him out to get it made.
Yeah, for sure.
And on the air. Yeah. Because not a lot of people were wanting to take a chance on the television show.
No. Well,
another Star Trek show.
The movies were doing well. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
Especially at that point. I think that the TNG really came off the heels of Star Trek 4, which I believe was their biggest hit to date.
Yeah, and they made 2 more, and then they decided to, merge casts in the films, and made Generations, which isn't all right.
We'll get to it. Yeah, I don't think it's particularly good. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's good, but
it's not good.
Yeah, I think they threw together a decent idea of how to merge things together, but they definitely didn't have time to flesh it out because it was very. Well, we'll get to it when we get to it.
We will get to it. Yeah, we're just now. I'm just kind of wanting to say it's no. Mm-hmm. It's no 6.
Yeah,
but
no 6. 6. We'll get to that too.
Yeah.
All right. So next week we had a plan for next week. Okay. So CP from Wolé should be joining us next week. And then we will also be talking about Wrath of Khan and then Superman and Lois episodes, the last 3 episodes of the season.
3 episodes.
And then a movie that is yet firmly decided.
Yeah.
We will find out exactly what it is.
We're kind of tossing it up to if we find a digital copy of it. Or cover one that we just kind of both feel we should be talking about.
Yeah, we will find out. We have time to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not gonna lie. I usually marathon most of these over the weekend anyway. So
I marathon them all on Sundays, but I probably won't this upcoming Sunday. So I'll probably marathon them tomorrow because I'm actually I could still marathon them. I gotta open that Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're shutting down next week, so that means 4 days of me sitting on my butt.
If it's me, you're just sitting on a computer cutting stuff together or writing stuff.
Yeah, watching or writing. Yeah, watching usually with the television and my laptop and my lap, just watching, taking notes here and there.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Wait, what did he say? Okay. Yeah.
But, we'll see everybody next week.
Take care.
I want to go ahead and add some audio credits at the end here. The theme music you're hearing at the beginning and end of this podcast was written and performed by George Johnson, a very good friend of mine. And my current Patreons are Fel Martins, David Lara, and Lindsay Pankhurst. If you'd like to become a patron, go ahead and follow the link down below. Anything you can provide would be incredibly helpful to this channel. We're barely limping by right now. I'd love to make this my full-time job. I'm miles away from that right now. So any help you could provide, just $1 a month would be amazing. You know you want to. All your friends are doing it.
I have something I was going to send to you today, but I didn't get around to it. I'm going to touch up on it and just give you a list of grindhouse horror that we should cover for October.
Ooh, okay, that could be fun. Yeah.
Like gory.
Well, I have that. I shared with you the list I have. Just there's only a couple things in here I'm 100% firm on. Oh yeah, Dr. Mordred. Have you heard of Dr. Mordred?
No, I have not. I
have it in the lineup, kind of leading up to Doctor Strange. That is a movie that was supposed to be a Doctor Strange movie, but they didn't. They decided not to go with it. Marvel decided not to go with it, so they end up just rewriting the character and doing it like on its own. And it stars Jeffrey Combs.
Sold.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a movie I've been wanting to see for so long, and I'm like, oh my god, we have to do it for the podcast.
Wait. Jeffrey Combs plays the Doctor Strange.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like, fuck yeah.